Yeah, it's your boy JD Plays. Welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are gonna enjoy the content that I'm bringing y'all today. As you can see here on my screen, I have created a little tier list. I went over the characters in game and I came up with my top 30. Keep in mind that this is my personal opinion and don't come for me in the comments, alright? Sally already made the list, so you won't see me doing placements, but today we will be going over the top 30 characters, or what I believe are top 30 material. Alright, bro, let's get started. So, number one, we have G5 Luffy. Obviously, he speaks for himself. Now, I know a lot of you guys hate him, but you can't deny greatness, alright? From his multi-switch from defender, attacker, and runner, easily makes Gear 5 the most versatile unit in the game. Easily. I know a lot of you are Claw fans, and honestly, if you wanted to switch Claw in Gear 5, I'd be okay with it. Honestly, I'd be okay with it. Because Claw is second to none. Claw's a menace too, bro. 2 lives. Use him correctly. He has 4 special skills between the Law and the Kid Switch. Great cap speed. Great cap speed, and one of the most useful kits in the current meta. I don't have him currently, but I've seen what he could do in League Battle, and he's easily one of the best units in the game, hands down. EX Hybrid Yamato's cracked. She's cracked. I don't care what y'all say. She's definitely cracked. She doesn't get talked about enough either. Like, not only is she a direct counter to EX Hybrid Kaido, but she holds up pretty well in the current meta. And I don't think she has a direct counter either, so I'm giving her the 3 spot. She also has a shield too, which saves her from getting destroyed. And her skills literally hit like a truck from the ice breath. Yamato easily takes number 3. Zoro, on the other hand, Zoro would have made top 3, but he does get clapped by a lot of the current meta units. I'm not gonna lie. Like, his color change is his strong suit, which allows him to fight characters he doesn't have color advantage over. And his skills are menacing in the right hands. So a good Zoro player could probably clap the top 3 units, in my opinion. Low diff. But I don't think he's top 3 material. I personally think EX Yamato, Claw, and G5 are all better than Zoro. Albert. Boy, do I hate this unit. I did manage to pull him on my alt account, so it's a love-hate relationship right now. But I can't deny he's cracked. He's cracked, bro. He can literally spam dodges. OP. His skills one-shot most of the current meta units. Literally, he one-shots G5, Hybrid Kaido. If EX Shanks is lacking, he'll one-shot him too. 50% damage increase against buff units is absolutely crazy. And his perfect dodge removes debuffs on top of that. So he's nothing less than a hidden EX, in my opinion. Hybrid Kaido, I personally think he is still the best runner in the game. There is other good runners like V1 King, the new queen that just dropped, Uji Yamato. Like, those are all good runners, but I personally think Kaido still stands out on the top. Hybrid Kaido and Big Mom both came out for 4th anniversary, but I still think Kaido is a little better. Like, Big Mom still holds her place as one of the best defenders in the game, don't get me wrong. Like, she also has the ability to switch to a runner as well, which makes her more versatile than a lot of the other units. But in my opinion, I would still put Hybrid Kaido over. I run into Big Moms all the time. I clap them. You know, like, unless it's a experienced Big Mom player, then I usually don't have problems with it. She still makes top 10 because she is still meta and she's still menacing, but I wouldn't put her over any of the characters above her. Even Albert, bro. Albert could destroy Big Mom if played properly. Uta is a hidden EX, bro. Like, literally, she's a literal definition of EX. She hits like a truck. She has her shield with save her more times than not, and her skills can literally freeze you mid-air, which literally allows her to pummel you until you die. She's not as cracked as when she first dropped, but she's still one of the best units in the game. Hands down. The new queen I did put above King for a few reasons. One, he could go invisible after getting knocked down, which makes the enemy lose sight of him. and it gives him time to reposition himself. And two, he could cap flags even when enemies are on a flag, and it's almost impossible to knock him off. V1 King is still a top 5 runner, don't get me wrong, but the new Queen has him beat. And yeah, bro, King is still good, bro. I still prefer to play him over a lot of the other runners, but he's just a little bit worse than the new King. From Red Shanks. I don't know. From Red Shanks fell off a little bit, but I feel like in the right hands, he can still low diff a lot of the current units. He's basically immune to special attacks in his hockey state, and both of his skills are long range. So he's basically like an attacker, sniper unit, and he hits like a truck on top of it. So yeah, and then with the next 4 units, the Cracker, the Oni Sanji, the V2 Uta, and Oni Nami, you guys can place those wherever you want. Those are in no specific order. I think they all have their uses. I personally think Cracker is more versatile than Sanji, and V2 Uta and Oni Nami are pretty good, but I personally think Cracker would be better than all 3. But like I said, you guys can place these wherever you want. They all have their different purposes, and it honestly depends on the player using them. Sanji is still one kick man, and even for about an FS, he still destroys a lot of the current EXs. V2 Uta is a great defender, but she fell off a little bit since her release. You know, and she nowadays in the current league with G5 and all and Claw, she easily gets countered in league. Oni Nami, on the other hand, has great skills. Both of them can stun you and give your team the advantage when you need it, but other than that, she falls short of being top 10 in my opinion. Just a little short of being top 10. Pirate King Roger, let's talk about it. He holds the last spot in SS+. Yes, he's fallen off a bit, but there hasn't been a meta yet where Roger couldn't shine. His offensive power is ridiculous, and he can one-shot you if you're not careful. Literally, his commissary skill is still one skill I'm scared of getting hit by, bro. That skill is ridiculous. It does a ridiculous amount of damage, and if you're not tanky, he'll wipe the floor with you. He also has heals, which keeps him hanging in the top 20, and his counter skill is like Meliodas' full counter ability, bro. As long as he doesn't get knocked down while he's holding his counter, he'll return the attack to you double, if not triple, the firepower. Roger is him, bro. Roger is him. SS, I only have 5 characters in here. They're all EXs, as you can see. And again, these units are in no specific order. You can place these however you want. They, like I said, they all have their uses. They're all used for different things. So it all depends on you and all depends on the player that is using them. Akainu is really good though. He gets buff in his magma state, but a lot of units nowadays remove buff states, so that's why he is where he is on my tier list. Blue EX Kaido and Zephyr are 2 of the best defenders in the game, but get outshined by Gear 5. They get outshined by Gear 5, and then Big Mom and V2 Uta, I personally think, are better defenders than them, so that's why they sit in SS. Kaido does have a long range skill though, where he can hit you anywhere on the map, which is pretty broken. And his blast breath, when he goes into dragon form, is medicine, because he basically becomes invincible and floats above you, and then he just hits you with it and just destroys everything in front of him. But he falls short because he's easy to get off flags when he's in his normal state, and he gets like countered by a lot of the units that are out right now. Blue EX Luffy, or Expensive Luffy as someone call him, is one of the best attackers in the game, but he's fallen off a bit. Not only can he switch between attacker and runner with his bounce man and his snake man forms, but he hits like a truck. The only downfall with him, in my opinion, is his Gatling skills aren't invincible, and he doesn't have a second life like a lot of the top units do, like Hybrid Kaido, Big Mom. If he gets one shot, he gets one shot, and there's nothing you could do about it. V1 Yamato is still one of the best runners we currently have in the game, in my opinion. I know she's fallen off a bit and she's becoming a bit older, but if built properly in the right metal set, she still does what she needs to do, bro. Still does what she needs to do. She's still a top tier runner. I don't see as much players using her nowadays, but she's still top tier, bro. She has literally 2 counter skills, which makes her highly annoying, and she has an attacker offensive capability. For a runner, she hits like a truck. Now, A-League, A-League, A-League. This is where we run into a bit of problems. Not gonna lie. I put Brook in the top spot because he doesn't get talked about enough. Literally, he's a goat at Bounty Fest. Yes, they just buffed Garp, but Brook literally counters you, he'll freeze you and kill you, and then he'll continue to guard a flag for his team. Easy. I know he's also mad tanky and plays the defender role beautifully, so I gotta give him the top spot in A. Garp and Kato now. Garp and Kato, I'm gonna bunch these two units together. They used to be average units, but after the buff, bro, they easily climbed the top 30, bro. I've died countless times to both of them. Garp is a great defender and he's mad tanky now. And Kata's basics attack got buffed and the skills will one-shot you if you get caught slipping. So they sit up there. I give them the top 3 spots in A. Blackbeard, Blackbeard, Blackbeard. Actually, no, let me do Blackbeard, Trouble, and Kid because they're all defenders, right? Honestly, yeah, you guys could place these 3 wherever you want as well, bro. I'm not going to get into them too heavy. I mean, Blackbeard is pretty OP. He does, with his skill 2, he can absorb almost anything around him and pull you in, and it just destroys you. Trouble is literally unkillable. Well, I wouldn't say unkillable, but Trouble is so hard to kill, bro, if he's built properly. I don't know why they built him like that. And only Kid is still a top-tier defender. He's a top-tier defender, bro. The only reason why I put Blackbeard maybe and maybe Kid above Trouble is because they have color advantage. But other than that, bro, nah. Who's next that we got? We got Odin. Yeah, Odin. Odin is still good, bro. Don't sleep. Odin is still good. Like, he's fallen from grace a bit, but he's still a great runner. He has long-range skills. He has great cast speed, and even for an old runner in the right hands, he's still hard to take out. Literally, not many characters are direct counters to him either, so he still holds a place in this meta. He's not top 20, but he's still really good, bro. Blue EX Shanks, bro. I know a lot of y'all love Blue EX Shanks. My boy, bro. But I'm kind of disappointed with this placement. I'm not going to lie. He fell off, even with the buffs. Like, yeah, there are a lot of players that main him, and, you know, a lot of players are really good with him, but he gets clapped by so many units, bro. Like, even looking at this tier list now, I probably should have placed who's who above him. Like, he does have a long-range skill, which does a lot of damage, but his counter skill fell off, bro. It's easily predictable and doesn't hit as hard as it used to. And also, when you play Blue Shanks, you have to be skilled, bro. You can't be an average player in Blue Shanks. You'll get clapped. And Shanks gets clapped by a lot of mid units, too, bro. So it's kind of sad. He doesn't really hold up to the EX name anymore, you know? But yeah, bro, Who's Who is a great attacker. I don't like people who play them, though, because they play him like a rat. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to play him. I don't know if he's meant to be a rat unit, but I hate rat players. I hate rat units. Literally, bro. The only reason why he's at the bottom of A right now is because of his kit. His kit has buff against Straw Hat Pirates, and yes, there's a lot of Straw Hats in the meta right now, but there's also not a lot of Straw Hats, so that's why he sits at the bottom of A. He barely made it, but he made it just enough. I think he's better than a lot of the other units in the game. You know, like his skills could go through walls, which allows him to make some clutch plays. And he did drop with Jinbei on the same banner when he does counter Jinbei, which doesn't make any sense because in the anime and manga, Jinbei beat him, but we're not going to talk about that. You know, Jinbei's not bad, but Jinbei didn't make the top 30 either, just for that one reason. Like, he literally gets clapped by Who's Who. Now, Sasaki just dropped, I think, a week ago. I know they just dropped Hack, and I should have updated this list to put Hack on there, but sadly I didn't. Sasaki's mid, bro. I don't really have much to say about him. He's really mid. He's literally like a Wish version of the hybrid Kaido. Just worse. But because he is a newer unit, I did have to put him somewhere on this tier list. He didn't make top 30, but I did put him in a B League just so you guys could see where I would place him. He's all right, but hopefully he gets a buff in the future because he's not him, bro. He's not him. Also, I do have some honorable mentions down here at the bottom. I won't go over them because I feel like this video is dragging on a bit. And I'm not trying to drag the first video I upload on this channel. But, you know, you guys should go through those quick, see the honorable mentions. All those units are really good. I just don't think they're top 30 material, but they are meta. You can play these units in the current meta. Oninami's good, Doflamingo's good, Killer's good. Oh, that's not Oninami, that's Film Red Nami, my mistake. Marco, Rayleigh. Yeah, all these units are good, bro. It's just they're not top 30 material, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, shit, that's about it. You know, that's about it. Thanks for taking the time to watch my top 30. You know, more videos will come in the future. This is my first one, so don't get at me if it's not that great. And don't come for me in the comments for the way I place these characters. So like I said in the beginning of this video, this is my personal opinion. And in the future, hopefully, I will make more tier lists where I actually place the characters in the video and I don't make it ahead of time. It's just this was my first one and I made it ahead of time. And I did the audio recording after, so that's why it's coming out like this. But thanks for dropping by the channel. Drop a like, drop a subscribe if you're rocking with me. And make sure y'all have an amazing day. Peace.